The last run I had with drugs, I stole some things from my family, from my mom and dad, out of his aunt's house, and done a stint in jail. My sisters, felt sorry for me, got me out of jail. I went right back to, smoking crack and doing methamphetamines. Ended up stealing that stuff from my parents, and it went, I don't know, a couple of months, and friends that I was using with said, "Tony, you need to do something. You need to make changes." And I was like, well, I don't. You're the one to be telling me I need to make changes, people that I'm using with. I'd done gave 2 cars away to dope dealers, more or less. And I was more or less dependent on them to get me places. And it's like, I guess they got tired of me being that guy. So they turned to me and said, "Look, man, you need to go get some help." And when you're standing in a room that's no bigger than this, and you're using with 2 guys that are the same, pretty much, and they look at you and tell you, you need to get help, something's wrong. So I took a long, hard look at that. My parents had done this on me, my family, friends. So I was pretty much by myself. I remember sitting by a big lake and bawling my eyes out for what I'd done to my dad, my mom, and I decided to seek help. And going to Atlanta was the scariest thing I ever done in my life. I mean, I was there in Atlanta at the bus station by myself for the first time, doing something on my own to help myself. Because I was looking at this paper, giving me directions, thinking, I ain't never going to make it there. And out of nowhere, I asked this lady, I said, "Can you tell me how to get to Peachford Communities?" And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And out of nowhere, this guy walks up and says, "I overheard your conversation." He said, he looks at his watch and says, I've got a job interview in about 2 hours. I'm going to take you to the front door." I really do believe that God sent that guy to me that day to get me to that halfway house. When I came back to Chattanooga, I stumbled along the way. First, I reconciled with my dad, which was a big step in my recovery. Well, I started seeing this lady from Flintstone, Georgia, and a very spiritual lady. I was sitting in the balcony at Chattanooga Valley Baptist Church, and the pastor couldn't see me. I mean, there's no possible way he could have seen me. I was sitting up there with my girlfriend at the time. And he stops about, I don't know, he's closing the service, and he says, "Members, we've got to remember that when you're walking through the malls and walking through the shopping plazas, these people with tattoos, these people with earrings, they want to hear about God too." And I looked at my girlfriend and I said, "Did you tell him I was going to be here today?" She says, "No, I didn't say a word." So I completely dropped to my knees and gave everything that I had to God. And He has totally flipped my life around.